This water heater was installed by a customer about a year ago. It was done wrong, so we're going to redo it all, do it correctly. What we're going to do on this, first of all, is put an escutcheon ring around this, made out of metal, and seal this crack up here. This opening allows smoke and flames to get into the attic, burning down the house faster. So we're going to do that. This pipe here is actually made out of asbestos, which is fine. The exhaust from here down is going to get replaced. If you notice, this is a single wall pipe. This is B pipe, which means this could actually be a leak right here in the exhaust system. So we'll be replacing all of that. We do have a Weaver clamp, but it is not the appropriate bonding wire for an electrical system. So we'll be putting a new Weaver clamp on here and a Weaver clamp down on the gas pipe for bonding purposes. Now, this is a ball valve, which is great, but I don't like the angle it's in here, so we'll be changing that setup. These are cheap water lines and they're kinked too tight. Plus they're by the exhaust. You want to be able to get the water pipes away from the exhaust so you can insulate them, which is code. And currently there is no insulation on it. Also, they should have a thermal expansion tank mounted right here on the wall with a flexible hose coming down to the water heater right there. Now, here's the P&T line in the wall, which on this water heater is mounted too high. So it's been abandoned, and they installed 1/2-inch copper pipe to the outside of the building, which is code, except for the 1/2-inch pipe. It's got to be 3/4 inch in diameter, so we'll be replacing all of that. Also, the earthquake straps, will be replacing those, and this one is too high to be code. This one's okay, but I'd prefer it to be a little bit lower. In that process, earthquake straps should always go to one wall only, not both walls. Then you got to protect the sheetrock from an earthquake, because this water heater will hit the sheetrock, bust it out, flop around, burn down the house during an earthquake. We do that by installing 2 horizontal 2x4s here to protect the sheetrock from being busted out. Now, this gas valve is no longer legal in the state of California, so we're going to install a legal one there. It'll look quite a bit different. Also, you're supposed to have a sediment trap located right here, and on this water heater there is no sediment trap at all. We'll be replacing the gas line because they are a one-time use device, and we're going to put a higher quality one on that is a larger diameter. Never buy a water heater with a plastic valve here. It's the #1 sign that is a cheap water heater. Plus, if a kid ever grabs this and starts turning on it, they're going to the hospital. So you should always have a brass cap on here, tightened down with a tool so a kid can't easily remove it. Also, you're supposed to have a pan under this water heater plumbed to the outside, which is what we're going to do today, or to the floor. Since it's in a garage, you can legally do that, but outside is always preferred. Now, this stand meets code except for the sides. The sides have to be covered because people have a tendency to put gas cans under these stands because it's a perfect location to put it unless you want to die. So we have to put sides on this stand. So instead, we have decided to replace the whole stand here that was homemade and put a brick stand under it. And we'll show you that at the end of the video. And that's it. That's how you install a water heater.